Waiting a second, giving it some time for it to gain. So, basically, getting ready to take a nap. Thought I'd come to you guys and let everyone know what's going on in the awesome world today. So, anyways, bear with me, because of course I'm stoned, so if I stop or scramble, is what it is. So, let's start here with pipelines. Okay, so we have pipelines all over the world, everywhere. They talk about pipelines all the time. They talk about pipelines bursting all the time, leaking. And what they don't tell you is that they cause massive destruction, literally massive destruction. They take the oil that is left over and put it in fields and mix it with other chemicals so that it will break down into basically a solvent. And they put astro grass, or not astroturf, but fake grass on top of it. And when they do this, basically they just hide all the oil that's there. They hide it all. They don't do anything with it. There's no disposal of it. It's literally pollution. And what that does is it causes fumes in the air. And when birds land in the grass, and when that kind of stuff leaks into lakes and swamps and stuff like that, it causes and affects fish and game and wildlife everywhere, which is why we're having such a problem with all wildlife, period, dying all over the place. And it's something that's being hidden because of the fact that, the profiteers are all out there making money off of all of this. They're putting mass dollar bills into oil companies that basically are going to make them profits in the long run. Our American government pretty much is backing everything that has to do with the pipelines. If you haven't been paying attention, Obama said that he was going to check and see if the pipeline could be rerouted, and he would get back in a few weeks. People are not understanding that when he gets back in a few weeks, or gets back to us in a few weeks, gets back to the native in a few weeks, we are not going to have that chance. They have made it to the water now. They are at the waters, and the natives are standing in the waters to stop them from putting the pipe into the water, and the police are backing up the pipeline and spraying the water protectors with mace, and large amounts of mace canisters, whatever. I don't know how to put that. They're shooting them with rubber bullets. And in case you guys haven't been paying attention to the news, they have now made it legal in the state of North Dakota to use drones for any kind of opposition for anyone, or from anyone. I apologize. So basically, now they're going to have drones. So they have been shooting us with, they've been shooting at the protectors with rubber bullets. They've been macing them. They've been beating them down, locking them in cages, and basically telling them to give up. They're not going to win, and there's no hope for their water or their land. Now understand, the reason why Bakken is there is because they absolutely cannot go anywhere else in the country. Everywhere else has told them they don't want the pipeline there. Why do you think that is? That's because they don't want the leaks. Pipelines leak. That's what they do. And also understand that the pipeline is completely broke, okay? And the state of North Dakota is spending all of this money they don't have to basically build an army with their police, militarize their police, and the state is completely bankrupt, and anybody who lives in that state is going to become bankrupt. So anybody that lives in North Dakota is going to have to pay higher taxes in order to pay for the militarization of police force there in North Dakota. And they're going to have to pay for back-in pipeline. And they're going to have to pay for renewable energy sources later on in life once they figure out that their entire state has become a oil bathwash for whatever, it's absolutely crazy. And then you turn around and not only is there the drones and you have the pepper spray and the rubber bullets and everything else going on, but if you turn around and you look at the fact that all of the government that is backing up this pipeline and all of the people that are backing up this pipeline are people like Trump and Clinton and the banking systems and all of these people that are doing this stuff, okay? Understand that. And once these pipes get laid, that's it. The people that are native to that land are no longer native to that land and have no hope any longer for having that land back to them. And they're protected by treaties, by federal treaties and federal law. And they're not being held. They're not being... I mean, all Obama has to do is literally sign a piece of paper that says that I give back the natives their land. 1851 treaty. That's it. It's literally that easy, and he will not do it. He's absolutely refusing. He's saying, "Oh, we'll wait a few weeks." In a few weeks, the pipeline is going to be done, like I've said. You can't do anything about that. There's nothing we can do about that unless if we all stand and protect it, and unless if we do something about it, share a post or inform everyone about it. I mean, I'm not voting for Hillary, and I'm not voting for Trump, and we all know that I'm not voting for either one of them. And the reason why is because they're both backing up back-in pipeline. They don't care. They're backing up the banking systems and they're backing up the pipeline. This government system is no longer ours. It's owned by the banks and the oil companies, the big distributors. It's no longer America. America is no longer the land of the free. We are no longer free. We are being held. There are FEMA camps all over the place. 106 FEMA camps right now that are built. They're already built. They're building another 112 more. There's a $1.3 million investment in just building the next 26. There's also another $500,000 going to an investment for Amtrak trains to be stripped so that they can carry people, mass majorities of people. That's right, stripped of bathrooms, seats, and everything. We will be carried on FEMA carts to FEMA camps, just like the Jews were. And that's the people in America. And this is anybody who opposes the American government that is called a traitor. People from Anonymous, people from WikiLeaks, people from all over the place. We are being all called traitors. These are people that are starting a revolution in America to save our people and save our country. And they're being called traitors. Understand they're not doing anything harmful to anyone. Since when has Anonymous ever done anything harmful to anyone? They haven't done anything harmful. They've hacked the federal computer systems. They've shut down banking systems, online banking systems, that have supported the pipeline systems, that have supported corrupt government systems, that are still doing the same stuff to this day. That's what they do. That's what they've done. They've been starting a revolution since 2010. Check it out. And actually, they've been starting a revolution even before that, before they even hit this country. Before Anonymous was ever even figured to hit this country. We all need to understand that this stuff is real, and it's as easy as Google to look these things up. The police are now militarizing themselves in every single state. It's not just one state here and there, it's every single state, including Washington, the state that I live in. They are militarizing people. They are gaining military vehicles. If you are not paying attention, look at the North Dakota Post. Look at where the pipeline is at. They literally have military vehicles that are marked police. Police. You understand? Our government is militarizing our police systems. This is happening on a daily basis all over us. Something needs to happen. We need to do something. We need to stand up for our own. And I'm not going to sit back. I'm going to speak up, and I'm going to keep speaking up. And I'm going to keep living my daily life as I do also. But I'm not going to stop speaking up. This is ridiculous. We need to see. People need to see. They need to understand that this stuff is reality. I've been seeing this reality for 3 years, and I post something here or there, here or there. Well, now it's the time that we can no longer just do that. It's become a point to where everyone is militarizing and coming against us as the people. It's no longer people over profits. It's now profits over people. They don't care about us anymore here in our own country. The government is all about their money and their profits. The corporations, the businesses, everything, they all run our government system. And without their money, our government does not run. We need to stop that. That's not right. We need to base our own communities. Bring jobs into our own communities. Keep our own communities safe by not militarizing our police, but by telling them the right things that they need to know to understand what's going on out there, why the people feel the way they do. The police need to be informed for the same things we need to be informed of. Because if they're not informed, they will never understand. You know, a native man said it the best, who's out there in North Dakota. There was a North Dakota police officer that worked in the town that's right outside of where the militarization of the camp is happening. And he said the officer he spoke to didn't even know what was going on inside of the camp. He started showing him pictures and started telling him about these things. And the cop didn't understand. He said, this can't be happening. It is. It's happening in our own country right now. And we need to let everyone know that this is real. And it's not going to stop unless if we do something about it. We stand up and speak. We stand up and say enough is enough. Now, to bring us back up about what I've said before, Putin said and has stated that he is now putting people into barracks and into hiding, into nuclear hiding. And who knows when they'll come out. You know, he's hiding people. He's hiding his own citizens so that he can keep basically the bloodline of Russia going. He's hiding his own people and taking care of them and loving them because he's afraid of nuclear war. He's taking massive amounts of money, every dollar he can, and he's putting it toward the military in his country. China is going to start doing the same thing as of Putin's request. Now understand, China and the Soviet Union are fighting against Syria. Okay, and the Syrian government, and they're also fighting against terrorism. Understand, all of this is going in a circle, okay? Now, what's in Syria? Syria is everything that we've paid off. Everything that we have started. That's our oil opposition. That's where we're making all of our profit, all of our big money, all of our crude oil cash is from the oil there. Now understand, if we jump into that and we stay in that, and we keep supporting them and we keep giving them money, and we don't back the hell off and find natural resources in our own country and start supporting our own communities and start revamping our own communities and start educating people on how they can actually do these things and live a life, and until these things happen, a World War III is going to happen. It's inevitable. Within the next 5 years, we will have another war. Do we really want that? We all know it'll be nuclear disaster. Everyone knows that. Think about that. Do we all want nuclear disaster? Or are we going to stand up against the Trumps, the Clintons, the banks, the oil companies, the big corporations, and tell them no more? All I gotta say is the 5th is coming up. Love and light, people. Stay educated. Educate your neighbors in your community. Loves.